Cool. I was not expecting a Chaos Marine and those, whatever those monsters were. That was my first time seeing them.
I am the rogue thread.
Such heresy? That was heresy. Got a grenade. Something about taking X amounts of damage and fights back. Yeah. You can spam yellow travel to have a chance to gain navigator points. Really? That's useful, LRF. Thank you. I did not know that. I thought you only got navigator points when you did the explore the surrounding area thing. It's like, I need 3 points to get over there. Also, how do I get to that one? There. They're called bloodletters, they're corn demons. To say they like blood and skulls is an understatement. Got it. The void ship is in the clutches of the warp elements. A whirlpool has suddenly emerged and is threatening to throw the ship off course and leave the helpless crew at the mercy of the Sea of Souls. Only the navigator's talent can save hundreds of people from madness or death. Call upon the navigator to do his duty and steer the ship back on course. His duty? Her duty. Why on earth would it ask me if I want to just let the ship die? Like, that's a weird question. Of course, no. Yeah, just spam back and forth the yellow path until some event gives you a point. The plasma drive crew is begging for help. Thin and graceful warp creatures laughing merrily have caused a massacre in the drive bay. Alright. Gotta go deal with this now.
That looks like a void train.
Kind of. It's the ship coming out of a warp.
I thought it was a train coming out.
Nope, that's my ship.
Curiosity.
Oh, it was okay. I didn't hate it, didn't
sings
love it
in
yet
my
either.
veins.
The Spellforce game. At the moment, but I've not seen much of it yet.
Ooh, what a glorious storm this battle will be!
There they are. Daemonettes. Oh, there's a few over here too. Alright. Muck's turn first. Give an extra turn to
Let's
Pascal.
see.
Running binaric override. Request approved. Running binaric override.
Let's see. He's done. Demonette coming over.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you insist, Lord
Start
Captain,
hitting that.
do not dare ask.
My bad. Running binaric override.
Okay, got that and that. Argenta's turn.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Bye.
That is not the Emperor's will.
It seems Argenta's got that one bug again. Because I just told her to shoot, and she absolutely did not shoot.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna tell her to shoot again, and I don't expect it to work.
As the Emperor commands, I
Nope.
act.
It's just acting like it did, but it didn't, so we just have to give her turn up. That's the... maybe in this whole playthrough, that might be the 4th time we've seen that bug. It's always Argenta, also.
A genius at work.
Might be out of range? No, because it uses up the action point. If it's out of range, it'll say out of range. She raised her gun, and it said in the log that she did it, and then it just didn't do it.
Schemes within schemes.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? If I may.
Heinrich's turn. Word of the Emperor.
Let's see to it.
Good morning and Happy New Year. You too, Optim. Hello.
I will do my duty.
Spawn can't reach them. All right. I guess just
It will be done.
these. All right. Let's see. Leg Whisper. Wow.
Successfully
Okay.
terminated.
Mechadendrite, get away from me. This could pierce through this guy and hit Cass. Alright, since that's the case, let's focus on this one over here.
Unsatisfied.
Alright.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Another foe painted black.
And she deleted that one.
My vow is to serve.
It's almost dead.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. Doubt is for the weak. Faith eradicated.
Looks like she can actually fire again now.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
And that one, it used up the ability and it did not shoot. See, Argenta uses pistol shot and then there's no damage line. Like up here she used pistol shot, then there's a damage line. Here, there's just nothing. So somehow her trying to shoot at this one, it's causing that glitch. Something about that shot. The game says it's allowed, but it's not allowed.
Let's see.
Right, regen on self.
Running binary code.
Pop him.
A wicked thought.
I really just use Heinrichs for buffs at this point.
But of course,
Just
Lord
fine, he's good at
Captain,
that.
for the throne's glory.
Certainly seems more useful than Yearlet. Yearliet. Oh wow. Abelard just got 2 kills from counterattacks.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
He's holding a choke point there, so I'm just gonna keep him right there.
High momentum.
The script trooper. Significant value.
Take that one down. I maybe could have gotten a second kill there with him if I had moved, done a melee hit, then a shot, and then dashed backward. But didn't think about it at the time. Blast her. Make these angry, see if they'll hit each other. Yep. A little bit.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Request approved. Your Messiah condemns you.
Let's see. Finest hour on Pascal.
Death in colors.
The oldest malfunction successfully terminated. Your Messiah condemns you. Request approved. Running successfully terminated. My competences are not that universal.
Oh, he's not out. I thought he was out of shots.
Request approved. The order is
Now he's out of shots.
protocols. Running binaric override.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I'll do it.
Good morning, Mark people. Good morning, Smashy! It's the first Smashy of the new year. How are you?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
She's gonna have to move.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart!
Let's see.
I'll do it. As the this is why I was
close.
chosen. Doubt is for the weak.
Brace yourself, Avalon!
Okay, Abelard's grunting like he's about to die. He's completely fine.
Let's see.
Ignite that guy.
Predictable downfall. A wicked thought.
The Omnissiahs know insignificant value.
Alright. Easy fight.
They
And
will
now I know
see.
it'll auto-loot these if I just leave.
Yes, indeed. They all will see.
So many shanks. Let's just find a big old stack of daggers. Okay. New area. Chart new routes. Alright, so there's 2 connections there. Alright, visit this one. One sec. Hold on. Okay. This is I've got a notepad on my other screen where I'm taking notes of these planets, the stuff that we're finding weird stuff on. Adamantine. We got 0 of that. I will take that. Thank you. Lava World. This is where the worst episodes of the Riftbreaker take place. Promethium. Wait. I happen to have read about burning worlds of Pandora. It is said the fires there have been raging for close to a century, though no one knows how. How long has this one been burning? Alright, we'll get the Promethium. Bizarre ruins. The bizarre structure observed from orbit appears to be a ruined estate of a wealthy noble. Further searching reveals the remains of an envirodome, a landing pad, the main manor, and servants' quarters. It is impossible to determine what exactly happened there. The search team has found something truly disturbing in the main hall, an opulently clothed skeleton sitting at the dinner table. The table is set with gold plates and covered with old blood and piles of bones. The bones on the plates are clearly human. No other remains have been found on the estate. Search for anything valuable. The scout team returns with expensive weapons taken from the skeleton. After finishing the report, they hurry away whispering prayers. Assault lasgun. How does that compare with what she had, I wonder? No, this is the wrong screen. This one. Let's see, 15 to 20. Nope. Nope. Not an upgrade. 5% attacks. Let's see. Gonna see if there's any cloaks here. +5 persuasion. There's a parry reduction. +5 fellowship. No, that really helps her. Any of these boots? Momentum. Just already surround the wearer. Alien beacon. Whenever the wearer deals damage to an enemy, has a chance to gain movement points. I guess. This only doesn't do much. Using reload of any weapon costs 1 less AP. Sure. It's, again, better than nothing. Bayonet knife. Your ranged attacks will do what bleeding when in melee? A bolter with a bayonet. Let's go. Alright, Alright, so that one's explored. Don't know what this is. You gotta redeem for put on the wizard hat. First wizard hat of the new year. Let's see. Recalliger's plot. Oh, it's a mission. Nice. I mentioned it before, but those are my favorite parts of this game, is when you've got your people on foot. The ship's fine. The planetary, you know, maintenance stuff is fine. I like, being on foot.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
Welcome, your lordliness. Please, please come right in. Our chief shall greet you. And you nitwits, stop your gawking. Get back to work. Nameplate, Lord
I've
Imperium.
read about this.
The plate reads Lithanos Pride. The name Lithanos surfaces in your mind. The history... okie dokie. The history of a family from the Coronis Expanse who invested all they had in a family ship. The ship perished in the warp on its maiden voyage. The Lethano life never recovered from this crushing blow. An initial survey of the vessel indicates that my explorator brethren have already performed a requiem right here. Further examination is inadvisable.
There will be no peace in my wake.
So are these people, like, lost in space?
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
KG, thank you for the
What is
5
that?
gifted. Really appreciate that.
Keep your guard up,
Mukluk
Jai.
Douglas Butler, the
Focus.
original Discord, the 4th, the Sir Joseph Levels the 3rd. Welcomes your 5 gifted subs to the lab. Hope you enjoy your scene entertainment
Happy
on the
New
way.
Year,
Cricket, the
Muckins
speakers,
chat.
Dr. Baker's giveaways every week. Please take a seat, but you're alone into the edge. Sandra, welcome to you as well. Thank you.
Lies beyond.
Appreciate the support. A dump site of cut pieces of metal and other materials, probably from clearing out a path deeper into the ship. Hail,
In
pirates.
this tapestry of a world,
Happy New Year to you as well,
I
M62.
am the rogue thread.
Working area where fragments of the ship are dismantled in search of scraps of valuable metals or parts. I didn't get to read that. A tired woman of indeterminate age, clad in work clothes, breaks off from her task to greet you. She freezes momentarily, clearly unsure how to address you, and then says simply, "Your lordship, please excuse me. I don't really know your name. Welcome to our little colony. May the light of the Emperor be with you and with us. My name's Rita Maximova. I'm in charge here." What is this place? We just call ourselves Rita's crew, and this place is Rita's camp. That's it. We're recolligers, scavengers in common terms. She does not speak the word scavengers with any kind of disdain. On the contrary, there's dignity in her voice, the kind of which one would announce their affiliation with a respected guild or family. Tossing a glance at Pascal, she grimly adds, "And our work here is all legal, even though your brethren have no liking for us." Pascal stares dispassionately at Rita with a hint of disgust. Evidently, he has not even considered the possibility that replying to this creature's words could be anything other than heresy. I would talk to you, but it would be grounds to kill you. You take pride in your trade, I see. Sure do. It takes skill, luck, and a good head on your shoulders. We risk our lives every day crawling on top of these old buckets. If something goes wrong, we die, by the scores sometimes. One moment we're there, the next we're gone. Kind of like worker ants. But you know what, your lordship? Our job also has something, how should I put it, poetic about it. Hope you don't judge me too harshly and take it as insolence, but some people, even big people like you, think too highly of themselves. Let's say your ship hops into the warp someday and doesn't hop out of it in time, and around 1,000 years later, another gal like myself who needs to feed her 3 ankle biters somehow will be rifling through its remains looking for anything good. That's just the nature of things. Each of us comes and goes, but the way the world works stays the same. We all have our lot in life, and mine is just as good as any other. Do not dare backtalk me. You speak as if the world is set in stone and none of us can change anything for the better. There are some big things you're talking about, way out of my depth. Change for the better? Heck, that'd be nice. She pauses to think. If I was younger and didn't have 3 youngsters back home, maybe I would dream about stuff like that too. But as it is, I got no time for dreaming. I gotta work. What do you do here? Right now we're gutting this old heap of junk slowly but surely. That's a recolliger's life for you. They drop us off at some decrepit station or an ancient battlefield, and we sit there for years on end. We're looking for working tech or valuable materials and whatever else might be useful. If we find anything, we sell it to passing ships. Not the easiest job out there. These wrecks are chock full of all kinds of dangers. But, and I swear on my plasma torch, it's an exciting one for sure. This little bird's got all kinds of bells and whistles. Most of the tech is dead, but we do find working pieces now and again. We spent 2 whole months cleaning out the shaft we found. Finished just 3 days ago, actually, and we found this thing. A bit weird looking, but still functional. Her expression brightens a little. Perhaps your lordship would like to buy the component from us. I bet that big ship you've got could get plenty of use out of it. Pascal's Vox crackles to life imperiously, he tells her. Present the object, laywoman. But curiosity creeps into his voice nonetheless. Let me see about buying the component. Well, isn't that something? The Emperor himself must have smiled upon us. She makes a triumphant gesture. I mean, thank you, your lordship. You'll be pleased with the results. Magnus class rechargeable battery. Is this a ship part? 210 XP, by the way. Her mood visibly improves. You know, your lordship, it's kind of embarrassing to offer you this, but over in that corner there, we keep things we don't rightly understand or can't really use. You could send some people to check it out if you'd like. Clearly, you know more about the stuff than us. You might find something useful. You have your own ship. No, not even close. A luxury like that? You could count the recolligers who got their own ship on one hand. An old worker's hand that got sucked into machinery 3 times and slashed by a plasma cutter twice. We fly with whoever... Oh, okay, I just got it. She's basically saying 0 with a whole bunch of words. Let's see. Wizard Dennis. Alright. Yeah. Heresy. Stupid. We fly with whoever. We're mostly just taking our chances. Sometimes we hitch a ride on the promise we'll pay with what we find later. Other times we find some other means. Risky business, obviously. 5 or so years back, a crew got dropped off at an abandoned station, but something wasn't right with the life support systems. The ship came back to pick them up 2 years later and found nothing but bodies. About 15 years ago, back before I had my first little one, a ship took 3 crews to locations and ran into pirates on the way back. The ships go out of expeditions for years at a time, so it was ages before anyone realized they were missing, and it was even longer before they remembered the scavengers. Plus, it took some time to find a ship that could check on them and pick them up. Long story short, all 3 crews had bought it. Yep. Can you tell me anything about this wreck? Not much. We're no eggheads, you know. We're manual labor. It's an ancient thing, pretty dangerous, and we don't really know much beyond that. Before we came here, some tech priests had done their own bit of gutting. I mean, ritualing, bowing to the spirits and all that. That don't tend to leave a whole lot of valuables behind, it's true, but it's way too scary to go in before them. And hey, we dragged a dozen of their broken servitors out of the mines after. The carcasses smell awful, but you can pluck a decent number of parts out of a servitor and sell them. Doesn't seem like there's anything nasty living inside the wreck now, but the wreck itself is barely holding together. You go a couple of modules from here, and that's it. You won't take another step without fearing that a broken reactor might cook you alive, or a whole module might depressurize. Well, it's nothing we haven't handled before, so we're having a poke at it, but we don't have a clue what this ship is or who it belonged to. I can take you from this place. It's not safe here, and sooner or later, it will drift somewhere so remote nobody will ever find you again. But this is our whole livelihood, your lordship. You take us from here, and what are we gonna do? Sit in some hold, slaving away? Here we've got our own colony, our own operation? No, this is our path, and we won't stray from it. I see. Your lordship? Rita falters as if flustered by her own nerve. Please don't take it as insolence, but it's not like I have much choice. It's not often that we get well-stocked ships around here, and we could certainly use more provisions and some warm clothes. If it's something you would be willing to provide, we would gladly barter for it with whatever we can dig up inside this here ship. It's just a respectful offer of fair trade. She bows slightly before stepping aside. Okay. Locked container.
I beg your pardon.
Something is propped against the door from the inside. You can hear the piercing sounds of a saw and other tools coming from behind it. A small selection of valuable finds, carefully sorted and packed. The simple machinery and tools look a little well worn, but well maintained. In this work of crude craftsmanship, you can just make out one of the depictions of the Emperor commonly seen in the Coronis expanse.
Oh, one step at a time.
The apparatus gurgles and it's a strong smell of alcohol, probably not of the industrial variety. I kind of thought after talking with her it was going to give me like a new trade window. I guess that's it.
There will
Oh,
be
here's something.
no peace in my wake.
When she said there's stuff in the corner we don't know what it is, I wonder if that was what it was. That's
They will
the
see.
pile I just picked up.
Oh yes, they all will see.
All right, return to ship. So she just gave me something. Was it plasma battery? It might be a like a weapon type thing. Nope. I thought it was going to be here. I guess not. I thought it was going to be a part for the ship. Okie dokie. All right. Unidentified void ship. A Vox notification from the Augur crew drowns out the usual noise on the bridge. An Imperial vessel, the Darkpiercer, and its escort ships are headed your way. Your archives make no mention of either the ship or its owner. As you consider your course of action, the ship's captain contacts you first. Introducing himself as the Pilgrim, the captain greets the rogue trader courteously and offers to purchase any information you might have on crystal phlogiston deposits. Why do you call yourself the Pilgrim? He admits he has not always done the right thing in his life, but he once beheld the blessing of the Emperor himself and has followed a special path of service to him ever since. That is the path he now treads as the Pilgrim. Why do you need phlogiston? His coarse laughter echoes forth from the Vox. Phlogiston is a part and parcel of many different aspects of life in the Imperium. How exactly his customers are going to use it is none of his concern. All that the Pilgrim promises is that the phlogiston will be used for the good of humanity. Pascal becomes visibly animated at the mention of phlogiston. Though indifferent to the prospect of a deal with the shady individual, the Magos nonetheless recommends you find out more about phlogiston deposits. Your own protectorate would benefit from the knowledge. Sister Argenta sincerely believes the words of the Pilgrim. A cowl or golden aquila are no prerequisites for being his true servant. If the captain sincerely wants to help the Imperium, perhaps by his own methods, there is nothing questionable about extending a helping hand. Commerce, 79% chance. Propose a deal. Valuable information in exchange for granting the Pilgrim the right to mine phlogiston using the Von Valancius extractiums. The captain of the Darkpiercer is in the best of spirits. In gratitude for your invaluable help, he sends you a small box containing ancient maps and documents. They appear to speak of a certain imperial world lost many centuries ago. Then, in a somewhat conspiratorial tone, the Pilgrim relates a story about a standoff between two Xenos fleets, which he was told by an acquaintance. The person in question, sadly enough, died at the hands of the Inquisition before they were able to pass on the coordinates for the crash site of one of the Xenos ships. However, the Pilgrim knows for a fact the vessel met its demise on an ocean world. Okay, bye. Let's see. Boop. More plasteel. So much plasteel lately. I've been saving my extractiums for other things that I needed more of, but hope I don't end up regretting not scooping this up while I had the chance. Okay, back here. Alright, what is that? Apparently I need to go there. Alright. Warp. Are you playing in the background? Is that in-game sound? Maybe. Disaster. Bizarre warp sorcery has linked a daemon, one that has breached the Geller field, to one of the voidsmen from the Macro Cannon crew. A former faithful servant of the Emperor has now become a heretic preacher, gathering a flock of those bewitched by the arch enemy. Oh god. Alright. I will save them with the power of friendship and also this gun I found. Tap quick save. Haven't done it during the foot missions in a bit.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
We are the spearhead of...
The battleground beckons!
Your Emperor won't save you!
Oh my. Alright, Muck turn, Muck first. Am I giving Pascal a turn?
Within escape the cell.